it's a solo mission. I'm running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Los Angeles Chargers. And this carries into the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
But conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like you had green on that play.
Past the 35 before he's taken down. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
First and 10 at the
They'll run with Henry. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
The tackle by
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On second down, here's Henry. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
First down carry for Henry. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory.
the tackle made.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for all loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
9 yards. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Cameron Hayward getting upfield to make the stop.
Aaron Donald's the name most people think about at the defensive tackle position, but an all-pro last year alongside him, Cameron Hayward, an absolute nightmare to try and block. And he gets into the backfield on that play and finishes it off with a loss.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down, counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On first down, Henry. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Now it's Henry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on second and third. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. Here's Cousins. Throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 20, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Charger TD. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Michael Badgley to kick off for the
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line. So a net negative there of 4 yards.
at their own 21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position of throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Complete to Derrick Henry. It's a pickup of 13. Leads to 3rd down and 3.
3rd and short yardage. Cousins. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Intended for Brandon.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
Now, remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. They'll run for it with Henry. He's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Fuller brings it in over the middle. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
That is caught inside the 5. And the Chargers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. To the air, Allen. Forced out under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Cleveland Farrell able to get in there and drop him behind the line. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. To the shotgun snap to Allen. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Maurice Hurst. He's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. the gun. It's Allen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A field goal would make it a two-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. On play action, Allen. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Raider D, they get the football back. On down. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold it.
Trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It was Danielle Hunter to make the play in the backfield. On 2nd down, it's Henry. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 3rd down, Cousins. He'll let this go deep for runs. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for it.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit.
Derrick Henry, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Derrick Henry with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
That ties the game at 7. Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He'll get this complete to his running back, Bowden. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And that's complete to Lynn Bowden. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
9 yards.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. Hunter Henry brings it in. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his...
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Will Fuller with his 16th year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
At the 43-yard line.
First down. Here's Cousins. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll throw again. Cousins. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
4th down.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Badgley able to punch this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes,
there he goes, left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then it's the wide receiver looking up into the lights, and he muffs it.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Now, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Robbie Anderson. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. There aren't any speed limits out there, and off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Derwin James. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll run it again with Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
At the 48-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete.
Cousins pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
From the gun, here's Cousins. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And a 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he will take this all the way up past the 30-yard line. Party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
He's letting this one go for Fuller. And the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Los Angeles.
Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. An extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Michael Davis. Well, you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year. I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack on first down, Allen. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. On third and long, it's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Good coverage down. Field led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now it's the backup Mariota. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And picked up by the Chargers. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Allen. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Throwing is Allen on third. And he'll air this one. It's caught inside the 25. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Robbie Anderson 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
38, Raiders 14. Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Again, it's Henry. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They'll run. It's Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 40.
They'll run on 1st down. Henry. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Mariota hands to Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Mariota gives to Henry. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. Then he'll take it all the way out near the 30-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
2nd and a yard.
Now the man from Kentucky, this is Lynn Bowden. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
2nd and 8.
They run it again with Williams. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Now this is fielded in the end zone. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Raiders will get it at their 20-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 33 and a first. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now whistles here. I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been with them. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 18. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Henry. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Raiders trying to punch it in with Henry. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Here's Henry. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Derrick Henry. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Up to the line, Mariota. His guys will go for 2 here. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Popped in the air, intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math. But don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they would have all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Henry, 47 yards. And the Raiders get a score closer. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Up to the line, Mariota. His guys will go for 2 here. They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hand seam. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Raiders.
Allen maybe with a free play. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
28.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they